Hello again. Welcome back. Part 2. Jumping straight in. Well, you have killed the It's a Secret clan. Most of their members and scattered the rest to the wind. So, what are you doing now? You have the only thing that you have really right now is a general direction on where to go to find the elves. And for those of you that have accidentally put this on before part 1, go watch part 1 first, otherwise this won't make any sense to you at all. Not that any of it will make sense anyway, but you know. Okay.
I will return to the main group, having finished slaying the others, and I will have 3 goblin heads on each point of my trident, just shaking it above my own head, whooping and hollering.
I will come back drenched in blood, dragging some of the bodies with me for soup.
I'm gonna scalper up to Pigwiggles and just as he's got them, I'll point at the heads and say, "Elf enemies they were. Ran off to kill elves."
These are goblin enemies. I understand the confusion. They both live in trees! Not anymore!
Just sort of shake my head and resign the acceptance that no one will ever understand me. I'll just readjust my wreath.
Don't be so glum, my friend. We have rescued you from your oppression. I even put that foot in your mouth just for you. And look! I pull the whatever I use to hold my things, and I'll pull out. There was groups of 4, so I'll just open it up, and there will be 8 varying forms of feet that I will have severed. Ha-ha! Feet for you. I'll just shove one into his mouth mid-speech.
I'll take the feet, but I won't do anything with them.
I am in an incredible amount of pain. Both my arms were broken.
I'm gonna point at my wreath and just say, "I'm Fugug, a king now."
King? That's an elf word!
King is beneath Buyag, but me a king.
But it's an elf word!
King of all tree goblins.
Where?
I'm just gonna point at all of the trees that are around us.
And I'm just gonna shake one of the heads that's at the end of the trident of Pugwug.
As you look around at all of these trees... Sorry, go on.
I lick the heads like a lollipop.
As you look around at all of these trees and the remains of this once misunderstood goblin clan, you realize that the forest is on fire.
I understand, brave Fugug, that you have underwent a great trial today. But you are safe and amongst the Pigwiggles once more.
I'll not.
But you said they knew where the elves were. Clearly they were in league. Did they tell you where, perchance?
Did I get an actual direction? They just said they were near a castle.
Next to castle, and he gestured an odd sort of direction. So let's go with a what can we do? Let's. Do you know what? Let's just go just a wisdom check. Oh, investigation. Sorry.
My investigation would be a -1. I don't know if you just want to keep the roll or have it.
I will leave it to you. If you think you can do better with a -1 instead of a +1, yeah.
I mean, it will be a -1. It's a 0. Is the investigation. So
Right. Okay.
I'll just read it.
It's
There we go.
exactly the same number. It was fated. Right. Okay. You, based on where the tree is and how you fell, and you think you have a general sort of idea of the direction when it gestured in that direction, because it was facing that way, you were facing this way, you think, because that was where the bottom is, and that was where you went in, and that's it, that way-ish.
I'll point in that direction and say, near castle, that way.
Excellent work, Fugug. Now, lead us there, but don't stray too far. We don't want any more sky goblins to have their wicked way with you.
And I will lead the way. So I will use my newfound elvish awareness to try and determine, are there any elves within a mile of me?
Within a mile of you? No. There are no elves within a mile of you.
Okay. Then I will continue in the direction that I have pointed, and I'll be searching the ground for tracks as I go.
Okay.
Specifically, like, larger than goblin tracks. I don't want to get confused by loads of tree goblin tracks that have been hunted down.
There is a great many of those you don't need to roll for, but specifically larger than tree goblin tracks.
Yes.
Right, okay. Make a survival roll. You look, you scour, and you do come across something that is kind of odd. You haven't seen this sort of thing. It looks kind of like a bear track, but a little bit bigger, slightly different. It's really close to a bear.
Okay.
And as
I will get distracted and start following that trail.
Okay. You start following the trail. Is everybody following along?
Yes.
While they were all talking, I say to Grub Grub, more brains to help you try and turn back green.
I mean, if we haven't, have we actually set off already? Like, or are you're just handing me some brains?
This were I was handing you the bodies while they were all talking.
Okay.
So this was during while they were talking.
While they're discussing, okay.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I'm probably gonna have I'm gonna be a bit blank, staring up into these like burning trees as like logs and the branches and bits of tent are falling. And I'm gonna have a bit of an epiphany moment in that, and I'll just be like, oh yes, thank you, and I'll put the bits of goblin in the soup, but then I'm gonna start collecting up bits of just like bits of the wreckage, the odd branches, almost like building materials, and I'm gonna chuck them in the soup as well. Before we've set off.
Okay.
I'll stir them all in, heads and brains and all.
Nice.
Okay.
'Tis a fruity bouquet. Right. Nilborg, are you wanting to do something while all of this is happening?
I might eat a couple of my fungal things to heal a little bit.
Okay, no problem. Despite falling a great distance and all of that sort of stuff, you aren't actually looking that injured. I mean, yes, Bugwug, your arms and your legs and stuff, that kind of stings a little bit, but in your head, you're awesome, and you won't let a piffly thing like that stop you from killing elves. Which is a sentiment that is echoed by most of you. So, you continue on and you follow Fugug. who subsequently now is distracted and heading off in the wrong-ish sort of direction, but you don't realise that. As you leave the immediate area, we will do a camera shot. The camera shot is on an odd imprint in the ground, large, bear-like, but not quite, and it pans up towards Fugug, and as it goes up his body, now covered in char marks and blood stains and brand new wreath on his head. It goes up even further, and there the fire is just a massive blaze of fire behind you. You have started an actual forest fire, and it is moving and expanding and potentially could be very, very bad. Now, I am going to roll a d4. Right, and I'm going to pick one of you at random. So let's go, Nilwug. Pick a number between 1 and 4.
2.
It is a 2! There it is. The fire is spreading your way. You can easily outrun it, but it is definitely spreading your way.
I'll start running. I'm not a fan of fire.
Right.
On me.
Right. As you run, you pass Fugug. Fugug, what are you doing? I mean, Nilbug just ran away. Are you
Is he running
following
the direction of the tracks?
Yes, because he's heading in that sort of direction anyway.
I'm going to assume that he may have spotted the creature. I'm going to get really excited, get out my bow, and I'm going to follow. I'm going to just start sprinting after him.
Okay. Right. 2 of your party have just ran forward. Are you pursuing or?
Absolutely.
Yeah, we'll chase after him.
Yep.
Okay. You run away from this fire, even though only one of you realizes. You get maybe 10 minutes worth of running in, and some of you are a little bit out of shape, especially considering the events in the not too distant, the not too recent bugger in the past. Oh, do you know what it is? You know what I mean, right? And you get. Oh, make a perception check. Everybody. There they are, rocking up. Right. Okay, let's go at the let's go to the bottom. Tago, you are running behind Bugbug. And it might be something new, but one of Bugbug's legs is kind of flailing a little bit as he's running. That's definitely new. So that kind of distracts you somewhat because it flicks out in this weird sort of comical way. Which brings us on to Bugwug. Bugwug, your leg is flicking out in a weird sort of comical way, but it's kind of painful as you do it. You have to wince, so you're not necessarily paying much attention as to what's going on. Nilbug, you're running away from fire. You're not necessarily bothered about all them sorts of things. But then we get to Blazball. Blazball, you feel the ground sort of thud in a weird sort of rhythmic way. So do you, Grub. You feel that thumping as well. You realise though that it's heading your way, and King Fugug, because you were looking at these tracks and things like that, you have a good idea. You like being outdoors in this sort of environment. You automatically, without even thinking about it, you automatically scan the areas and things like that, and you see this huge bear-shaped something or other running away from the same fire that you are running away from, but your trajectories are going to cross, and you are going to crash into each other unless you do something. Now, this thing, it's as big as a bear, but it has kind of feathers. It's got a really sharp beak. It looks kind of like a bird almost that you've seen at night. What are you
My
doing?
excitement becomes immeasurable. I have a newfound respect for Nilwug, who was definitely running this way because he knew the beast was here. And I will take out my bow and shoot at this thing.
Okay, let's roll for initiative. Right, let's change that music and get something a bit more upbeat and more combat-y orientated on. That'll do nicely.
This is exactly the kind of pick-me-up that Fugug needs after his entire new family has been slaughtered.
Right, okay. At the top of the round is Grub, but he didn't see it, so I will allow you, King, because you are still a king, even though your subjects have now disappeared. I will let you have a surprise round on Owlbear number 1.
Okay. I'll just shoot it at once. Yeah, I'm not gonna do anything special. Oh, and I miss.
Oh dear. Yes, you do miss. Yous all see Fugug immediately take out his bow and shoot something. Even you, Nilbug, because you hear in your head, "Oh, I do enjoy the running, but I think we may have a visitor behind us." As Cody sends you that message. That brings us round to Grub. Grub, it's your turn.
So now he's shot it, have I seen that this big beastie is sort of tumbling towards us?
Yep.
Okay.
What is your passive perception? Let's have a look.
Just a 10.
Just a 10? Okay. Okay. Yeah. Do what you want to do.
Sure. Just following Fugug, I'd pull out my laser launcher. Just give it a good shot.
Okay. What's on it this time?
Spatula. Oh no.
You have to throw that bent spatula away. You still haven't fixed it, and it's and away it goes.
Can't help it. It just fills itself with cutlery. I don't even know how it does it.
You doing anything else?
No, that's all I can do for now.
Righty. Nilwug, it is yours. You turn at Cody's warning. There it is. It is a bloody great big bear thing with feathers, beak, big eyes. Yeah, it looks kind of scary.
Okay.
It's massive compared to yours.
So it's running full pelt in a straight line
Yeah,
at the minute.
at the minute.
I will cast Cankerous Carpet, which is spike growth.
Okay.
So I'll wave my hands, and then from the ground, like a weird furry kind of carpet appears, and as you move through it, it like itches so intensely. It makes you scratch and deal damage to yourself.
Okay.
So I'll do that. So it's a 20-foot radius. I'll do it so it's 5 foot in it already, and if it keeps running forward, it'll run through the whole length of it.
Right. Okay.
And I'll cast Shillelagh on my bone staff.
Awesome.
That is my turn.
That is your turn, right? Okay. Now, its mate, who it was behind it, gets to act before it. This time, it runs up next to it. Now, this is, I mean, it's an owlbear. It has an intelligence of 3. It is going to run straight past its mate, right into your area of effect. So, what does it need to do?
So for every 5 feet it travels, it takes 2d4 piercing damage.
Wow, that's a lot. So it is running from fire. It is just going to run in a straight line, so 20 feet.
So
Oh wow!
okay.
1 off max damage. Holy crap! Right. It thuds. I'll bet 2. Right, you didn't drop it on there.
Ah, sorry.
That's okay.
Didn't you say it was 2d4 for every 5 foot?
Oh, yeah, it is 2d4, so it should be
So it doubled.
4 more. Sorry, my bad. I also didn't drop that on.
No, you didn't.
26 damage.
26 damage on the owlbear. Number 2. Holy crap! It as it thunders along, it gets maybe 10 foot into it before it starts to slow down, and then it sort of skids to a stop, and then it almost picks up onto its back legs, and it's like you can almost see the thought process in its head going, oh, that was a plastic brick, ow, and as it continues through and it gets through the other side, sort of scrapes its paws along the bottom and continues another 10 feet. I mean, they are heading in your direction. Right now, they are about 20 feet away. That was its turn because it was dashing. Okay, because that one was further behind. Right, King Fugugg.
So are they both sort of in line with each other now?
Yes, one is about 25 feet ahead of the other.
I'm gonna go for the one that just went. You said that they're about 20 feet away.
Yes, Owlbear 2 is 20 feet away. Owlbear 1 is 25 feet behind.
Yeah, so Albert 2 is within my range to be designated as Stinky Elf then.
Okay.
Albert 2. And then I will go for a shot with my longbow.
Okay. You pull back on the string, you loose, and you hit this right in the shoulder, right above. Oh, wow.
And then I'm going to back up about 20 feet as well.
Right, okay.
In fact, I'll back up my full 30.
Okay. So that is Fugug. Back to the owlbear number 1. It is going to continue its movement. And it is going to be able to get up to one of yous in this movement. But it is moving 15 foot through this horrible pointy carpet that it finds itself in.
We'll drop that. Oh, never mind, it didn't work because
So
it's
it'll
not.
be 3d4.
60.
64.
6, sorry.
Bum.
See, that's more like it. I like that. That's only 14. That's really good. Righty, so that takes 14. Right. It doesn't have the same effect on this one as the other one did, but it manages to get through and runs up. Now, Fugug is the only one that has backed off. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's 5 of you. I will roll a d10. Righty. 1 and 2 is 1, 3, etc., etc. I'm just going to go across the order in the top left of the screen that these loaded people can't see at home. It is a 6, right? So 1, so it's going to be 3. 1, 2, 3 is going to be Grub. So it runs up to you with your cauldron. It might have been attracted to you by the smell of it, and it is going to take a swipe at Grub right at the top. Alright, and it has hit you with some claws. No, as it swipes, as it lifts up onto its back legs and it takes a good old swipe at you, you can see all these little pointy things in the pads of it, the soles of its paws. And you take 9 points of piercing damage as it slashes them down across your face. It's absolutely horrible. Then it unfortunately is going to come back down onto its feet and make a bite beak attack. And that's going to hit as well. That is another 12 points of damage. That's quite a lot. You are feeling incredibly rough.
Jesus.
And it snaps. And it gets you on the shoulder. It was going straight for your face. You kind of dodge out the way and it gets you right on your shoulder. And it gouges a big chunk of flesh from you. That is its turn. Blasbo.
So I see this thing taking huge chunks out of Grub.
Yep,
Blue as he may be, I raise my staff behind my head, point at it, and say, "The Booyah commands you to run into fire!" And I'll cast Spook and Good.
Okay. So, Spookum Good is...
Dissonant Whispers.
Right, okay. It has made its saving throw, unfortunately. It's in a lot of pain at the minute on its feet. That might be clouding its ability to understand exactly what you're doing and saying. But...
Still takes half damage.
Wow. It sort of squawks and screeches just like an owl, and as the screech ends, it roars like a bear. It did not like that at all. That was very unpleasant for it. Anything else?
Other than that, then just keep moving in the same direction, really.
Okay. Pugwug.
Foul creatures, part bear, part bird, probably called something like a bed. I will run in and attempt to interpose myself between Owlbear 1 and Grub, raising my shield. I will then, because I don't know how intelligent these creatures are, say in common, you stay away from my friends and family, lest ye be slain. And I'm going to make an attack against it. So, long sword. Damn.
You miss. You pull back, and as you slash into it, all of these feathers are providing some sort of weird kind of padding. You do slash it, but you only like get some of the feathers slashed and cut.
Okay. And once that is done, I will bonus action hide. By just lying down, ducking down on the floor.
Right in front of it, you want to try and hide. Okay.
Yeah.
Make
It's already
disadvantage. Yeah. Okay.
disadvantage.
Right. Okay. You have a stealth of 12. What is this passive perception? Right. It's higher than 12, amazingly. Yes, it is. These are actually relatively perceptive. Right, so that's you. Tago. Your blue companion is in jeopardy.
I am going to. I will run in and do punch punch.
Okay. Oh, beautiful. You run up and you smack it right on the beak. Nice. You go on.
I was going to use my bonus action to use another punch.
Yep. You hit. Another 6, right?
And I'm going to spend my last key point and do another hit.
Okay. Flurry of blows. One is an automatic miss. So you run up and you just go whap, whap, right on the beak. And as you hit it first, like full frontal, and it sort of moves its head back, which you were expecting, and that catches the right cross as you blat it from the side. And you are expecting it to right itself, but it just doesn't. It just continues with its momentum, and it's just not where you expected it to be. You've never fought one of these before, so you can let yourself off. Alrighty. Soupy isn't there yet, is he? Righty. Back up to Grub Grub.
I'm kind of stuck, I guess, next to this thing. So I wanna take a good glug of my soup and try and heal myself a little bit.
Okay. Don't forget, you are a goblin, and you can take disengage and hide or whatever it is as a bonus action.
Do you know what? I'm gonna heal myself still,
Right.
and then I'm gonna attempt to hide. Using my bonus in the soup.
In the soup. Right, okay. Make your stealth roll.
Let's go. Oh, damn.
Oh, wow. And almost. You put the soup down and you just jump into the pot. But unfortunately, when you put the lid on the top, it clatters, and you hear the hooty, screechy growl of these odd creatures, knowing you're fairly sure that it knows where you are.
Just hope it provides me some cover or something instead.
Right.
That's me.
Nilwug.
Is it possible for me to move into a position where there is some of my carpet between me and Owlbear, either of the owlbears?
No. It's about, your carpet is about 20 feet away, the edge that's closest to you. You can go around the side of it, but it would still be able to get to you in a straight line. You can't get that far back to provide that.
Okay. Let me think. I will cast Eyeball Yeast.
Eyeball Yeast.
Eyeball Yeast on the one closest to Grub Grub. Is that one or two?
The one closest to Grub Grub is Owlbear 1.
1.
Owlbear 2 hasn't reached you yet.
It's failed.
It has failed.
So it now is blinded.
How does this look when you cast it?
I just, again, reach into my trousers, get a different color of mold and throw it, and it slaps it in his eyes. It kind of wriggles around and gets in there.
It is unimpressed with the way things are going right now. It was running away from fire, and now it's in a fight for its life. Okay, Owlbear 2 is next, unless there's something else that you wish to do.
No, that's my action. I don't think I have any bonus actions I can take. Unless there is. No, there's nothing I can really do.
Right, okay. So, Owlbear 2, it is going to run up. It's very upset because its feet are very sore. And it's been shot at. It's just how rude. It is going to get up close. The closest person will be actually Pigwiggles, who interposed himself in between his blue friend. So it is going to make a beak and claw attack on Pigwiggles. Pigwiggles, this is the claw attack, and it comes swooshing down, but you get your shield up to deflect it. It hits hard. You're pleased it didn't hit you. Next is the beak attack incoming. When I drop it on the correct person. Oh man, that's a 2. It misses completely. That is its turn. Fugug.
I'm gonna make another shot at Owlbear 2.
That definitely hits. Wow.
Still standing.
It is still standing. It is very, very unhappy. It is bleeding out of the various holes that you have put in it. It's looking a little unsteady on its feet. Were you doing anything else?
No, that's fine.
Sorry, I was waiting for you to say something, but then I thought, is everybody just waiting for that crescendo in this music? But yeah, right. I guess
I
it
mean,
worked.
I
everybody
don't
loves
know
Spawn.
if I picked up. I did say that was me.
Oh, no, you didn't. Right, okay. Right, Owlbear 1. You have interposed yourself in between. And you tried to hit it. It is... it's going to try and hit Pigwiggles again. Claws first. At disadvantage because it is blind. It just lashes out sort of randomly. Not good. It is also going to try and snap at you from where it knew you were last. However, it can't see you. You have changed positions. The shield is in the way. It is unsuccessful completely. It is going to turn and run away. And it will provoke an attack of opportunity from both Gob and Pigwiggles.
I told you to run, haha, see?
It won't for me because it's a ranged weapon.
Nice. Awesome. A wooden spoon. Is it? Oh no, it's your longsword, isn't it? What does your longsword look like? You've sort of customized and contraptionized everything else. Is it just a standard sword, or have you? Oh no, I'm thinking of the wrong person. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Sorry.
Yeah, I mean, it is a basic human longsword,
Right.
but that is too big for my goblin body, so it has been snapped in the middle. And the metal is like really jagged from where it's been broke, so it's still pointy at that end, but it is short enough that I can wield it as a longsword.
Okay.
My tiny goblin body.
Alrighty. Gob, you get You get an attack as well.
Yeah, I can't with a bow, can I?
Nope, with a physical attack you can. Do you not have a melee weapon?
I mean, yeah, if you let me swap, sure. I'll just I'll hit him with a dagger. That's number one, wasn't it? It's running away.
Yes, number 1 is the one that's running away. This is when he gets a natural 20. Look at that. Or not.
Did I have advantage for some reason?
It's blind. It can't. Yeah.
Terrible still.
Yes. A 1 and a 3. I mean, that's fairly impressively bad rolling.
Not used to melee fighting, that's it.
Absolutely. Right, so it then moves 30 feet, and I'm going to decide in a random-ish direction. Let's just go with a D4. Actually, no, we're not. We're going to go with a D3 because it knows it's not going to go forwards. 1 and 2 is to the right. 3 and 4 is back the way that it came. 5 and 6 is to the left. 1 and 2 is to the right, so it starts running. Still away from you, but it hasn't ran back into the horrible pointy part of the forest floor. That's it. Right, Blasbo, it is your turn. One of these is running away. How dare it? The other one is looking really unsteady on its legs, and looks like it's about to faint.
I will take the Booyarg staff and point it at the unsteady-looking one and curse it in particular.
Yeah.
And then blast at it.
You thrust the staff out. You take your time, you aim your shot, and you fire. Eventually.
Yes. I will make a roll.
And you miss.
I have far more than a +2 mod. Don't know what's changed there.
Yes, you do.
Yeah, I should have a +5. It would still miss anyway, though. But yeah, we'll have to sort something on my sheet afterwards,
Right,
I guess.
okay. We can sort that out afterwards. Righty.
Oh, yes, I missed. That's me.
Righty. Okay. Bugwug. It has
I
moved
will.
40 feet away.
Okay.
Just so you
I will
know.
go to the one that is not yet running.
Nope, that's only maybe 10 feet away.
Yeah. Go up to it and stab it.
Okay. And you hit. How do you kill this bird?
As I'm running, I will flip the sword in my hand, grabbing it by the blade, and use the cross guard to grab the owlbear's neck and bring it down, and using the metal cone on my helmet, I will peck at it in the eye and get through into its brain and kill it.
You get a fabulously close-up view of what the inside of an owlbear owl looks like. It's really icky. It's kind of slimy, but you can't find a brain. These things just mustn't have a brain. But it slumps right in front of you, and because the point of your helmet is it's taken into its head, as it slumps, your head nearly gets jerked off as it hits the ground. You're like, but you catch yourself and stand back up.
I will then move the rest of my movement chasing after the fleeing owlbear, and bonus action, hide again.
Okay. Hide away. Wow. You are hidden.
Where's Bugwug gone?
As you run, you just it goes around the left side of the tree. You go around the right side of the tree, and you just stop, and you are silent and out of sight. And it's weird, and everybody else looking at you. It looks like you just ran and just vanished into nothing, because the tree doesn't look that wide enough for you to hide behind. But by gosh, you've managed it. That's you. Tago. There's a bear that is running away.
I'm gonna go catch up.
Okay, you definitely can. You have a movement of 40. You can get right up to it.
And I'm gonna punch it.
Okay. This should be making end of round saves, but I've... Okay.
And I'm gonna use my bonus action to hit it again.
Okay. So you run up right on its rump, and you whack it, and you get a really good meaty part of it, and you can see that its leg sort of twitches, and then as it continues to run, you hit it in the exact same place, and you know with absolute certainty that you have given this owlbear a dead leg. Just because of the way that it's trying to run, it's kind of kicking its leg out as it's going, but it's blind, you know. On top of all of that, and it crashes into a tree. It's not having a good time. Top of the round. Grub, Pigwiggle.
I guess, can I shoot at the one that's fleeing still? Can I reach it?
Yes, absolutely.
Sure. Come on, ladle launcher, don't fail me now.
Right, you put the ladle. The ladle is next in.
Hey.
And oh, you have hit.
Let's go.
You might actually. Oh my word!
Ooh.
How do you kill this thing with your ladle out of your ladle launcher?
I mean, it's running away. It just shoots right up his butt. That's it.
Okay.
A ranged fisting.
It's gotta. That's it. Just some internal damage.
Yep, I can't really add anything more to that. That everyone's imagination will be going, ooh, already. So let's just leave it like that, and the owlbear collapses, and it is vanquished.
Pigwiggles!
You all have a look around at these things. I mean, these things did really give Grub a good hiding, so to speak. But as you have finished this, and you are all sort of breathing a little heavier because of the exertion of all of this, you hear a crack in the woods next to you, and another, and another, and another, all in sort of quick succession. And you turn, and you see elves. There are 5 elves standing, looking at you. And that's where we'll leave it. No, not you. You are hidden. You are hidden beautifully. But there are 5 elves. There are 5 elves right there, looking at you, and you don't know what they want, but we will leave it there. Ready for next time.
Sneaky elves.
Sneaky elves. Well, thank you everyone for, I don't know, persevering and making it to the end, I guess. hope you do it again. See you next time. Hopefully we can get things going a bit more frequently. We will try our best. So we will see you when we see you. So ta-ta.
Right.
Bye.